Hey, you know what? It's me again, Jackson, with another video. An exciting video. Now, there's been a debate, getting kind of sick too, but over the years there's been a debate about which WrestleMania was better. 17, where the main event was The Rock versus Stone Cold. This was so Attitude Era. This was the end of the Attitude Era after WrestleMania 17. And WrestleMania 19. Hulk Hogan versus Vince McMahon, Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar, and another match between The Rock and Stone Cold. Now, going over the matches, let's see, WrestleMania 17, there was Intercontinental Championship, Chris Jericho versus William Regal. The Women's Championship, Ivory versus China. A triple threat hardcore match between Raven, The Big Show, and Kane. European Championship, Eddie Guerrero versus Test, who are both dead now. Six-man tag match, The Right to Censor versus the APA and Taz. The gimmick battle royal with all the legends from the past who are now in the Hall of Fame right now. Pretty interesting match, especially at that WrestleMania. The Iron Sheik won it, basically. Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit, although that match probably never happened. You know what I mean? The TLC 2 between the Hardys, the Dudley Boys, and Edge and Christian. They thought it was going to be the last TLC match. They went at SummerSlam a year before that. Triple H versus The Undertaker. Their very first match that I can think of, because, I mean, Triple H saying he beat everybody. He hadn't beat The Undertaker yet during the Attitude Era. That match may be something you guys may not want to see right now. But back in the day, it was a really big match. Believe me. Shane McMahon versus Mr. McMahon in a street fight with Mick Foley as a special guest referee. Funny thing is, it was supposed to be Vince McMahon versus Mick Foley, but Mick Foley thought he was retired and done, so that match didn't happen. But still a good match. And Stone Cold versus The Rock in the main event. Which, that match happened at WrestleMania 15 too. But this is like the second time they fought each other, which was actually a pretty good match. It's funny when you see rematches, and nowadays you hate when the same match happens over again. Back in the day, we didn't mind The Rock versus Stone Cold twice. You know? Then, WrestleMania 19. It was a pretty good WrestleMania as well. Some say this was the best WrestleMania. There was Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar, the main event. Kurt Angle's very first WrestleMania main event. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. Again, which adds on to this match. I didn't appreciate it much as a kid, but you know. There was a street fight between Hulk Hogan and Mr. McMahon. See on the cover, that was the match that people wanted to see. If Hulk Hogan lost, his career was over, basically. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, another great match. Triple threat tag team match. Eddie Guerrero, Chavo versus Charlie Hollis and Shelton Benjamin, the world's greatest tag team, and Chris Benoit and Rhino, which is a pretty good triple threat match. Another triple threat women's championship match. I forgot about all the triple threat matches. Was Victoria versus Trish Stratus versus Jazz. Yeah. The Undertaker's worst WrestleMania match, though. It was The Undertaker and Nathan Jones versus The Big Show and A-Train. This is The Undertaker's worst WrestleMania of all WrestleManias. Putting him in a tag match against, Laura Tenzai, who was A-Train, in The Big Show. And a very terrible entrance, too. It was like the second match of the pay-per-view, I believe. And Matt Hardy versus Rey Mysterio, which was actually a very good match. But this WrestleMania here, some say was the best one. I mean, I like the build-up for this WrestleMania. I also forgot Booker T versus Triple H. That was another match I forgot about. Which actually it was a good match. I was hoping Booker T was going to win. I was actually rooting for Booker T to win because I hated Triple H. Now, for this WrestleMania compared to this one, I would personally say 17 was better because it had so much more big matches. This WrestleMania had some matches that kind of didn't make it so much of a 5-star WrestleMania. I mean, there was big matches. I liked Triple H versus Booker T. I liked Hulk Hogan versus Mr. McMahon. The Rock versus Stone Cold was alright. Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar, and Chris Jericho versus Shawn Michaels. 5 really big matches in one pay-per-view. And there was 11 matches. The Rock and Stone Cold, a great match. Shane McMahon versus Vince McMahon, great match. TLC 2, great match. Undertaker versus Undertaker, great match. Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit, great match. Gimmick Battle Royal, pretty good. That's 6. And the rest of the matches were pretty decent as well. Even the 6-man tag and Test versus Eddie. Eddie Guerrero won the European Championship. The hardcore match is pretty good. Kane being hardcore champion, you know. Now, it's like you have the top 5 here against the top 5 here. It's like, I guess it all depends on how you look at it. I think these top 5 matches were better at WrestleMania 17. So I'm going to say WrestleMania 17 was better because the top matches were better. This WrestleMania was good too. Almost as good as this one. But what's your opinion? Which WrestleMania was better, 17 or 19? I'd say I liked 19, but 17 is the best one. But that's just my personal opinion. But give me your thoughts. Jackson Parker saying have a nice day. Subscribe if you want to. And bye.